Hey, today I decided to do something a little bit different. Instead of talking about science, I'm going to teach you a thing or two about perspective and the rule of thirds in photography. I really hope you enjoy. I am your host, Mao, and you're watching Edutainment. Hello, this is going to be a short video and I hope that you learn something useful out of it. I just want to warn you, first of all, that I'm not a professional photographer, but I know some things and I felt like sharing it to you in order for you to learn something new and something different. Well, let's get started now. In photography and filmmaking, perspective and the rule of thirds play a really big role, as it is one of the things that makes the films and photographs good in many cases. Perspective, or point of view, is how we humans see the world. Now, referring to both photography and filmmaking, perspective is the way you see the world through your camera, and how you transfer that into your photographs or films depends entirely on you, as you are the photographer or the cameraman, unless of course it's the case that you are on a big production. But that is a different case entirely. But even then, you add a little bit of your touch into the film as you are the one controlling the camera. But from now on, in this video we'll focus on photography only to keep things less confusing and simpler. So when you take a picture from a normal perspective, or how we see the world normally, the picture can be somewhat boring, because that is the way that we see the world all the time. But if you change your point of view to a higher or lower point, even if you just change it a little and or you close up to the object you are taking the picture of, you can get a much more interesting picture. The angle of where you shoot a picture makes all the difference in your picture and makes it stand out from other pictures. Another part of photography is focusing. By this, I mean choosing which objects to focus on a picture. If your picture focuses all the objects at once, chances are that your picture could look a little bit boring. But if you focus only on a specific or a couple object or objects, you can make your picture much more interesting. Framing your shot is also really important. By this, I mean how and what you leave in your picture and what you leave out. For example, if you're taking a picture of a plant or a subject, and you take a picture of the whole person or plant, it might or might not be interesting and engaging. But if you instead zoom in and focus on a single feature or a couple of features of the subject or the plant, you can make an interesting picture look even more interesting. Okay, so now it's time to talk about the rule of thirds. This rule consists on dividing the image into 9 squares with 2 horizontal and 2 vertical lines. The rule of thirds states that if you take a picture in each of the outer intersections or areas, you'll get a much more interesting picture than if you were to only take a picture framed in the middle. This is not true in all cases, for I've seen pictures framed in the middle that look really interesting and professional. But it is a good rule to follow, as it does make a picture interesting. With this division of the image, there are endless possibilities, and it really helps a lot, especially to the people who are just starting out in photography. And it is a very common and very often used way of shooting photographs among both amateurs and professionals. A common use of the bottom horizontal line, where you're shooting a wide shot, is to frame the horizon at this line, because the picture can look much better in some cases if you do this. This of course is not always true, for photographs are all about creativity and about your own personal way of taking pictures. And there are some awesome pictures that break many of these rules and look completely amazing. But these rules are there to make your life easier and to help you take better photographs. Well, we've reached the end of this short video on perspective and the rule of thirds. I really hope you enjoyed. And if you like more of this, please comment in the comment section below, saying that you liked it so I know, and then I make more videos about this, photographs and filmmaking and all those stuff. And don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. See you soon. Hey, like the videos? Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. See you next time in entertainment.
Yeah!